Welcome back to the Thinker, everyone. It's a beautiful day again. Right, yesterday was my day off, but it wasn't the day off. I went losing my trousers. Wasn't really a day off, but I did spend much of the day planning this kitchen. As I mentioned the other day, it's been giving me grief. This corner, so tricky, so difficult. It's an acute angle, not 90 degrees, and the way the floor is and everything. And the only way to do it is to have a bespoke, handmade, purpose-built kitchen. To be honest, I wouldn't dream of anything else anyway. So I've decided I'm going to build it out of timber, a whole lot. I got some sheet pine, some board pine, really nice stuff it is, ideal for furniture making and stuff like that. And I thought it would be absolutely perfect to build a kitchen out of. It's still in the trailer. I've been out this morning. I made a list yesterday, went through everything, made a big list and ordered everything online, so I wouldn't forget anything, and went and picked it up this morning. Fantastic service. So I'm going to build it out of wood. I bought a new sink. It sounds like it comes with all the bits, plug hole and stuff, etc. as well, because the one we got given, it's not quite straight, it's not perfect, we want kind of new stuff in here. It's going to be a beautiful new apartment, so we want everything new. Plus there's no fixing things for it, the little brackets that hook under the worktop. So I decided to buy the bullet and got a new one. I also made a howling error, nearly made a howling error, when you're working under pressure and rushing and things, trying to get things done with a million other things to do. This pipe that I put through to go into the attic in the main part of the house, that's going to feed through to the main bathroom. I said I'd tee it into here. That's a direct feed from the hot water tank, the solar hot water collector. Now in the middle of the day, even in January, that thing can boil. So the water coming out of here will be over 100 degrees, or 100 degrees C. I don't think water can get over that unless it's superheated or pressurised, can it? But here is a little regulator valve that I've set the temperature. I think it's 45 degrees it's set to. So it's still hot, but not enough to scald you. So I need to tap in, obviously, on the other side of that joint. I just realised that yesterday when I was taking my time to go through things. So what I need to do is tee this into here to feed my bathroom. Then I need to tee into the cold there and the hot a bit further along. My two connectors for my sink taps. As to where, I'm not sure exactly. So I think we'll go and have a look at the wood. Oh, what else have we got? We got all sorts yesterday. I've got the tap that's going to go in the attic there, so I can just turn this off, but have it pressurised up so I can check it for leaks before we go any further. Hinges, kitchen door hinges. Hinges with the back, because I'm going to line the back of that, but obviously I need to get to the pipe work there and that regulator valve, maybe from time to time. So I'm going to put a little door inside the cupboard that I can access that with, and just some various connectors for the water. So the first thing I need to do is to get this top worktop in place. I'm just going to cut it to that mad angle there and prop it up. Then I can figure out where my sink wants to go. In fact, the first thing I'm going to do is connect up that hot water feed to the attic room, I think. I don't know. Right, I'm going to have another think about the way to do it now, and then I'll come back to you in a minute. The other thing I need to think about, I need to run some wiring in as well. There's going to be sockets again up here above the worktop. Probably one on the wall there, and then a couple on this back wall. So that's something else I need to think about as well. But I can't really do anything until I've ascertained the exact position for this sink. So yeah, I think that's the first thing to do. I'll go and show you the wood anyway I've got. So this is the stuff, 2 metre long, solid pine. It's actually boards that are glued together in a standard way, but I think it'd be perfect for the kitchen and look really nice. Okay, so I'm back up here again. I think everything hinges on the position of this sink. So I'm going to select the nicest board for the worktop, and I'm going to cut it to shape. I'm just going to clamp it in place for now, because I obviously want to get it out of the way. It's going to have vertical sides on it, built in for the fridge somewhere here, doors on the front, a shelf in the middle and a floor in the bottom, all from solid pine hopefully, if I've got enough. So I'll go and get that board, go and select a board and get it offered up, marked, and see if we can cut it. So this is a selected piece. It's made from solid pine, like I said, made from sustainable forest, so it's all pretty good for the environment. That's going to be my worktop. Once it's in, I'm going to try. I've had one go at this before, to put a nice thick gloss resin coat on it. Well, I am going to try. If I mess it up, I'll have to change it and put a new one on. But for now, I'm going to try and get it propped into position and mark it to cut it. Right, okay, so that's clamped in position. I've not levelled it especially yet. It doesn't matter for the purposes. So you can see now exactly what it gives you. The cooker is going to go here, obviously not too close to the fire. Probably to about there. I can even put a heat shield on the end if I need to, but I don't think I will because it's far enough away. So I think first of all I just need to get all this stuff out of the way. Then I can get in there clearly and put a mark on it and cut it and then slide it up. At this end here, depending on where the sink's going to go again, I'm going to taper this back to the corner, and maybe put some shelves underneath it as well. Just an idea, it's all in my head, but right for now I need to get the basic positioning sorted out. So I'll get rid of these acros and things. Right, so all the rubbish has gone out of the way. I've got some manoeuvring space now. I've just unwrapped the sink. It's actually the smallest decent sized one I could get. Look at that, they're pretty nice. They'll do for in here. You get with it, you get a blanking plate there depending on which tap hole you want to use. It's got 2 already in it. So you get this little blanking plate that you put over the one that you don't use. There's a roll of seal that you put round it. So when you bolt it down, it's not going to leak underneath. You get the plug and the waste and the overflow bits all included. Oh, there's no trap with it. So you get all the rest of the piping to go with it. I've not bought any traps because I didn't know what came with it. So you get the tap blank, the sealer, the sink itself, the plug hole, overflow hole, all the pipes to connect it up, to connect up your waste. €35.99. I don't know how they can do that. The packaging must have cost more than that. But anyway, happy days. So, onwards and upwards. I'm going to get this, I'll put this out of the way for a minute and then I'm going to get this marked up and get it cut. Right, so how do we mark this? I'm off to stand like this so you can see me. I've got the board pushed up to the wall, pretty much where I want it. I've got a parallel piece of wood that's parallel with the wall also. The wall's not straight. I'm going to come up with some creative splashback design to fill the gap after. And all we do is drill a line underneath it without moving it. why do we draw it underneath? Oof. Crikey me. Not easy, turn this up a bit. We draw the line underneath because I'm going to cut it with a circular saw. So the circular saw leaves a ripped edge on the top. So if you cut it upside down, your ripped edge is on the bottom where you can't see it, and your top should be a nice neat line. The wall's not straight anyway, so I'm just going to cut it straight, and I need to make some creative splash back in the future. Plus the plasterers, when they come in, I'll sort this bow and everything out. It'll all come out in the lime wash later. Right, so now I've marked it, I can take it all to bits, go and get it cut, and then, yeah, see where the sink's going to go. Alright, all good. That's the angle that came off it. That's the original square angle. That's what I had to cut off. It was like 6 inches, 150mm in 600mm, 2 foot. Quite an angle. Anyway, they'll do for firewood later. Right, so now I can figure out where I want to put my sink. I need to do this, as I said, because I need to figure out where to put my takeoffs to feed the taps for the sink. So, yeah, I'll have a little mess about with it and try and work it out. Right, excellent, it's going to go there. These pipes going through the wall stick out slightly more, so that leads to a perfect place to put a splash back behind the sink from here to there, building it out a little bit to cover those pipes. I can hear that tank boiling now, and even the pipe, yeah, it's warm and lovely. It's crazy. So what I've done, in line with my tap hole, I've just drawn a line on the wall. Obviously I want my tap connectors, can you see that? I think you can. To be as close to this end as possible. So I'll put one in there for the cold and one in there for the hot. This one lower down, can you see that? I'll drop you down a bit. There we go. This one for the hot that's going to run through into the attic room there to the main bedroom, I'm going to put it further up. So now I know exactly where I want my things. I can take all this up down, get it out of the way, and get on with this plumbing. And also, while it's in the right position, I can cut this one off now. Now I know where it needs to come to. The edge, well, I'll figure that out in a bit, but the edge, base of the edge board, I'm probably going to have shelves here, actually, I'm not sure. But I'm just going to cut it in a bit, because we obviously don't want this sticking out here, because this is where the cladding is going to come, and we'll work it out in a bit. So I'll just put a little mark on it so I know where it comes to, and then excellent. Right, so I can crack on now. Next thing to do is get this tap on in that little attic room. So what I'm going to do, it's just a tap, just a straight on off, in line, open, close. You can see that. I can open it, open and closed. I'm going to put that, I'm going to fix that to that with some magic sealer tape. I should just screw in there, and then all I've got to do then is literally get that out of there, push that onto my pipe that's in there, so I don't have to muck about screwing things in. It's dark up there, it's horrible, it's dismal at the moment. It will be bright and clean one day, but for now it isn't. So that's the next thing to do. This bit actually, that fits inside the end of the pipe, and then the whole thing just pushes in there until it locks it into place. That stops the pipe compressing, I think. They put it inside, thankfully, because they always seem to get lost. So I have one. Right, so I've managed to squeeze my ladder into place. It's a bit rickety, but I'm not afraid. I've got my torch. All I've got to do is stick this on the end of that pipe. Let's have a go. Something perfect. In fact, I'll show you, I'll bring you with me. Oh. So this is our little attic room. You can see that. So I can make this a bit bigger. It's one of those fancy torches, there we go. Yeah, it's not very big. Roof's still leaking here, as you can see. But not to worry. Right, see if I can get in. Oh. I'm up. I'm in, everybody. Right, here's the pipe that I put through. All I've got to do is push that plastic thing. Get my leg in it. Push that plastic thing in the end of the pipe and push the valve on. Let's see if I can get this in a position. This isn't easy, you know, at all. Right, so little plastic thing goes in there, and then he just goes on there. It is shut off already. We just push it in until it won't pull off, and he could just live there for a bit now, until I'm ready to pick him up and take him on. That's the wall, that's the hole through into the other room, so you can see whereabouts the roof is. But yeah, not a bad little space though, really. It'll be handy. This is above the walk-in wardrobe in the bedroom. Emilio's here, turning all the fields with the tractor to get the weeds down. You can see him. He does it every so often. And he's even brought us a bunch of pomegranates, and Catsy's kind of taken a shine to them. He's sat next to them. Fantastic, so I'll enjoy one or two of those later. Well, that's it from me for today, I'm afraid. Sharon's still in the UK, so I'm still on my own, so I've still got everything else to attend to as well. But not made bad progress really. I picked all the stuff up that I need, or I think most of the stuff that I need. We've got that pipe capped off inside that attic room, which is great, so now I can just concentrate on getting this kitchen built. Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be quite enjoyable actually watching it unfold for myself as well, because we're bound to come across issues as we as we go through it. But yeah, if you've enjoyed it, please give us a like and consider subscribing to the channel. And if you click the little bell and select all, YouTube will notify you every time we upload a video if you want to keep progress with the renovation. This is just the beginning, not quite the beginning, but you know, it's early days. Yeah, we've got the full house to do. So yeah, thanks all so much for watching, and hopefully be back tomorrow.